Okay, Mysore city is staying out of the state. Okay, somewhere near Tibet. Somewhere near Tibet. Okay, yesterday he called me and said that, okay, I want this. Okay, I have to record this and upload it. Yeah. In the society, you can observe there are two different types of organizations, service organizations. One is for purely for profit, and another is for not for profit. Okay, let me explain the organization which comes under not for profit. The best example is educational institutions. There is something called as state the primary education policy. Probably you may get this example well. There is something called a state primary education policy. And before venturing into any kind of such schools or the kind of institutions, you need to give an undertaking to the government that you are not running this organization for making profit. You need to give an undertaking to the respective authorities. You are not here, you are not there in the market, you are not there in the society, you are not there in the in that particular area for not making profit. That is the very basic undertaking that you are supposed to submit to the authorities. But today it's everything is different. Okay, they submit the declaration and they go for making profits. And probably are observing the latest news that all these lending organizations are coming into private societies, private schools and colleges, and the management and the authorities themselves, okay, force the parents to go for taking the loans from these banking institutions and pay the fees, which is purely against the law of what is called as this Primary Education Act. I'm not here to discuss something about the legal aspects of that. But if you say not for profit, the best example is educational institutions. All the educational institutions, including universities. But the latest education policy, okay, is not focusing much on that. Okay, you can have a nominal profit. That's what people exactly say. But here, I can give you the example with regard to the Scouts organization, the charities, voluntary organizations, NGOs, self-help groups, women health self-help groups and all. Okay, all these things comes under not-for-profit organizations. They are there in the society to serve. To serve the community. ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಓಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಅಂತವನ್ನ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಓಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಎಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್. there are few what is called voluntary organizations, voluntary agi, not under anybody's pressure. Voluntary organizations. Okay, with your own interest, with your own commitment. There are many of such organizations. Okay, you can mention many of such things. Okay, the one who is serving there is some disturbance, please wait. Okay, somebody is there on the street shouting loudly. Okay, and if you look at the one by name Sudarshan, we're serving okay, near this no HT, what is called as okay, HT Kote and these borders, okay, serving the entire tribal people. Tribal community, Vivekananda movement, and Vivekananda Youth Association. And these people are there purely for their voluntary services, voluntary organizations, not for profit, not for making, not with any commercial intent. There are two types, I said. One is not for profit. NGOs is also okay, not for profit. There are some senior citizen caretaking institutions. They run on their voluntary basis, okay, out of their pocket money or maybe out of their savings, okay, out of few donations. There are so many institutions you can name, okay, you can observe in the society, okay, starting from planting trees to serve the people who are there on the streets. You can look at the newspapers how these organizations are functioning. They are not with any profit intent, commercial motive, purely to serve the society, out of humanity, out of love towards the community, and the concern towards the people who are suffering, okay, with some kind of ailments. Poverty is an ailment. Lack of having the proper health care facilities is also an ailment. Okay, it is a kind of a shame kind of things. Even at this time of 21st century, okay, we have the society is suffering out of all such ailments. Okay, to whom to blame? To whom to blame? Okay, okay, all these things needs to be answered by the policymakers. Next, classification is about profit. There is no question about this. There are few organizations, many organizations, I can say that, purely meant for profit with commercial intent. With commercial intent. With commercial orientation. Making money. Generation of revenue. This is their objective. Profit maximization, cost minimization. Okay, we have these two terms in the business. And the examples are banks. The banking industry, the banking organizations, okay, they are purely meant for making money. Their major source of income is the interest earned. The interest earned on several lendings. You know about home loans, vehicle loans, gold loans. There are several things. There are several types. Okay, why they call these things are banking products. They name these things as their banking services. Okay, they have okay, different options for what is called as for investments. They get the money from the public. Okay, they accumulate it. They invest in bonds. They invest in mutual funds. They invest in different portfolios. They invest the same in share market. They invest in some other no, different places and get the revenue. And it's all about the great analytics. If you say that out of their investment, if they're getting 12% profit, they say the customer that yeah, we are going to give you the returns as 7 or 8%. Remaining 4% is their margin. It's all about higher mathematics. There is greater amount of banking technology working behind this. Okay, how to calculate these margins, revenue gap. Revenue gap out of investments in mutual funds. Okay, in bonds. Okay, there are several types of bonds. Okay, even you can consider almost all such lending institutions. Sala kodtaralla. Okay, lending institutions anta, they all come under this profit organizations. Sala sumsuna kodadila yaru. Okay, it all based on interest. And there are few organizations, they lure people, they force people to like to take the loan. Okay, even on consumer durables, this Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finance, financial services, Bajaj Financial Services. Anybody knows about this? Bajaj Finance Services. Anybody knows about this? Hello? Yes. You see, these people, okay, as soon as you go there to any of the consumer durable shop, okay, maybe even to purchase a mobile, which is okay, bit I can say expensive, 30,000, 40,000, like that. They say that okay, it's all EMI based, monthly installments, Bajaj card. On what basis? Okay, these people are functioning. Okay, we have something with regard to all these organizations. Okay, there are few regulations working on that. Okay, there are few directives directly given by what is called as here RBI. Okay, under the provisions of RBI, there is a scope for these people to make profit. Okay, in turn they pay tax to the government. Okay, but how transparently they do that, okay, is a question mark. Okay, there are a few tax I can say how to name it. Okay, invasions. They evade tax. They avoid all these kind of taxes. They have the whole mechanism working behind this. Okay, that is the other side of the story. But still, okay, we say for profit, they come and the examples are banks, the airlines, tour operators, hotels, catering services, paid accommodation, the PG, paid guests. Okay, have a whole lot of PG series or the PG accommodation services. All this comes under profit. But the thing is that okay, whether they do out of their expertise or whether they do out of their non-expertise is a question mark. But for the example of making profit, okay, you need to have some expertise. Or we say okay, PGs and all, okay, at least you need to have a bit concern about the concern towards the senior citizens, the caretaking, housekeeping and all. Okay, these are all the principles to be taken into account. And when it comes to not for profit, okay, no need of any such kind of professional qualifications. Anybody can enter. Okay, out of your own commitment, out of your own interest. out of your own love towards the humanity and the mankind, and if you embrace, okay, EMBRE, embrace the services, accept the services, okay, as your motto of serving the people, you can do that. There are several organizations. Now, okay, I know I need one example for not-for-profit organization and one example for profit, other than the things what I mentioned in the list. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು example for not-for-profit organizations. Anyone? One example for non-for-profit? Give me one example.
Orphanage.
Orphanages. Yeah, very good. Orphanages. Anatha-ashrama anta karitivalla. Orphanages. Then they're not for working any profits. There are few orphanages. Yeah. Any orphanage you know, Ananya? Orphanages. Yeah, anything else apart from orphanage?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, one example for profit. Organizations running under profit, other than this banks, airliners, tour operators and all. The one which is meant only for making money. Hello, one example. Yeah.
Real estate.
Beautiful example. Very, very, very ultimate example, Ananya. Very good. Real estate businessman. Real estate business. I can share my own example. Okay, even okay, I have around 4 degrees to my okay, supply food in street. Okay, Corona. Surabhi, this is for not for profit. Supplying food, okay, the street vendors, even they do this for profit only. I was about to share my experience. Okay, in spite of having 4 degrees to my credit, including my doctorate, so-called highest education, okay, I'm not so rich economically. Okay, we are okay, not so well adequately sufficient to meet even the minimum needs. Sometimes we do suffer out of okay certain kind of things. Okay, my own example I can share. One of my friend, okay, who is 10th standard fail. 10th standard fail. Now, okay, his total asset is somewhere around 80 to 90 crores. Somewhere around 80 to 90 crores. That's what is declared assets. He stays somewhere near this Kanakpura and Elmangala border. There, he is doing real estate business. Okay, from the year 1995 until date. I cannot mention the name. 1995 until date, he is a real estate don. Okay, he is my own friend. Okay, we have studied till 10th standard together, from 1st to 10th standard. ಅವನು 10ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆದ. ನಾನು 10ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನ ಓಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, and then I continued my education. And he never focused on higher kind of education. Okay, went on roaming. Ultimately into bit of kind of politics. Ultimately with a kind of the political affirmations. Real estate don near this Kanakpura, Nelmangla, Ramnagar, okay, and the Yelahanka, Dodbalapur, all these regions very much near to Bangalore and the airport. and he is a real estate agent. ಏನೇನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Real estate is the greatest example, okay, when it comes to earning profits, making money, creating value to your investments. Real estate, and he just purchases the land from the farmers for a very minimum rate, for a very minimum price. Okay, say 5 to 10 lakhs per acre. For acres together, he purchases, and he converts them into these what is called as 30-40, 60-40, and the sites and all, and he does the business. ಒಂದು ಎಕರ್ಗೆ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಒಂದು ಎಕರಲ್ಲಿ he makes some 30 to 35 sites, and each site costs about around 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs. But there is a whole lot of effort. He says that, okay, it is out of my struggle and effort. Today I'm here in this business, I'm making money, 80 to 90 crores. And one needs to be more powerful, more affirmative with regard to politicians, and needs to be corrupt to some extent. All these are all the facts. Okay, one cannot say that, okay, without corruptful activities, okay, you are going to earn money. Not at all possible. You need to be, okay, say adjustment category. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ರೆ you can run this okay, profit organizations. You can make profit. Real estate is a business today. Okay, probably you might be hearing about the news. Okay, the latest emerging trend in Mysore city is about the transfer of our DC Roni Sinduri, and okay, there is a whole lot of proclaimment saying that, okay, the whole mob, what is called as land mafia, is behind this. Don't know whether it's true or false, but the allegations are there, and government should act. Conversion of agricultural land, the wasteland, into the commercial kind of things and making money. I'm not judging whether it is true or false, but this is how people can make money. If at all you have the talent, if at all you any one of you have got this political affirmations, vicinity, associations, you can think of making money out of this real estate business. Everything is true and fair in business and even in war. What Leo Tolstoy said. Okay, everything is fair in okay, war and peace. If you say everything is fair in war, and even we can say that everything is fair in business too. Business is a business. Okay, business people are not there in the market to, okay, encounter losses. At any cost, they have to make the profit. If we say it is for business, declare it as a business and pay the amount of what is called wealth tax to the government and make it more transparent. That's the only way. Okay, that's what that's what exactly I can share with you now. Okay, it's only for academic purposes. Said real estate is the best example what Ananya quoted, and even you can okay, think of doing such kind of businesses, provided you have the support, provided, okay, you have the kind of affirmations towards some of such organizations to whom you can rely upon. Yeah, any questions? Any questions? Any questions, man? Hello? Hello, any questions? Can I address? Profit orientation is a characteristic of business, then how it can B. Hello? What is this? I'm not getting your full question. Profit orientation is a characteristic of business. Then how it can be a types? What types? What exactly you want to mention? Hello, Arjun Mallo, I'm not getting your question clearly. Please make it complete. Your sentence is incomplete. How it can be types of service? See, if you say services, as it is said, there are two types. One is services rendered for making profit, services rendered not for profit. It is clearly mentioned. It is a classification. There are two types of services as per revenue generation. One is purely meant for revenue generation, and another is not for revenue generation. Okay, it comes under business only. The classification itself says that there are two types of service organization. The classification itself says that there are two types of service organizations. 1 minute. Service organizations. One is purely for profit. Number one. Purely for earning profit. Next, not for profit. You select which category, okay, the kind of business you are interested. Which category? Business is a kind of activity. Business not necessarily means that, okay, you need to have the profit always. It may be profit, it may be loss, it may be neutral too. My business is to serve society. If you say that, my business is to serve the humanity. If you say that, Mother Teresa and her organizations. Mother Teresa, you know, the Nobel laureate for the peace and human service. Mother Teresa never meant that. She said that my business is to serve humanity. Business is a word which is meant for human activities. ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮನಿ ತಲೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Business is not only for making money. Business is a word which is meant for human activity. Something you are occupied with anta. In the verbal sense, business means, okay, you are occupied with some kind of work. You are occupied, you are employed. My employment is to serve humanity. That's what Mother Teresa said. At the same time, okay, the real estate people say that my business is to get the land, convert the land, okay, then you sell it, make it money, okay, have the profit in the ratio of 1:10. Okay, out of this 1:10, okay, the 5 shares will be, okay, distributed to all among okay, different all my supporters, and the 5% I'll keep it. I purchase the land for ₹1 and I sell the land for ₹10. Out of this 10, ₹5, okay, I spend it for my corruption. Corruption is order of the day. You cannot disagree with this. Corruption is order of the day. It's there everywhere. And some of these organizations, real estate, and some of such, the people who invades tax, they're all into, I can say, the other side of the business. But when it comes to not for profit, they clearly say that, okay, we are not making any profit, we are purely for serving humanity. The best example is such orphanages, volunteering organizations, voluntary societies, voluntary organizations, the schools run by the so-called celebrities, the orphanages run by so-called no, the celebrities. I heard that Sachin Tendulkar is running an orphanage where, okay, he is serving 200 orphan childrens. Tendulkar is running an orphanage, okay, where there are 200 orphan children and more. Of course, fine, Tendulkar earned money out of his effort, out of his name and fame, advertisements and cricket and all, but okay, a part of it is being shared to the society. Okay, are there? Agreed? Arjun Mallu, am I right? Or you have any other queries? Then profit is not at all a characteristic of service. You are not understanding my point. There are two categories. I said it is defined in the characteristics, like okay, there could be two different types of services. One is for profit, another is for not for profit. The characteristic itself, it says that there are two types. Then you cannot say profit cannot be a characteristic of service. Maybe or may not be. It all depends on your type of the business that you select. The inherent classification of the services itself mentioned that there are two types of services. You are getting my point, Arjun Mallu. The inherent characteristic of services, it says that there could be two types. One is for not for profit, another is for profit. Now the question is that to which category the kind of business that you're going to select belongs to, whether it is an orphanage or it's a real estate, whether you are with the charitable associations, okay, maybe run by, okay, Tendulkar, or maybe run by Mother Teresa, maybe run by, okay, some of the CSR foundations, or maybe the kind of business owned by these real estate dons. It's your preference. I said everything is fair in business. Maybe it is illegal. Legally, it may not be right, but it is fair. According to businessmen, corruption is fair. Yes or no? I'm speaking reality. I'm trying to reach you all, okay, in order to make you to understand that, okay, how a business to be run, whether to earn profit or not to earn profit. You're there with me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Agree or disagree? Hello? Ananya, agree or disagree with me?
So, what, sir?
I said whether you agree or disagree with me, I said.
Sir, I agree, sir.
Good. That's what exactly the reality is. Okay, as a student, as a learner, you should know what exactly the fact check should be. The fact checks. Fact. Fact is a fact. Whether it is legal or illegal, okay, fact is a fact. That's it. There are courts to decide whether it is legal or illegal. But for me, fact is a fact. Businessmen should accept facts as facts. Whether it is a service or not for profit, or it is for profit, or it is okay, you do corrupt activities. Okay, today, okay, your business, politics, real estate, and even some other businesses, okay, they all run, okay, by one small thing, that is what is called as this is a common word. People say adjustments. Adjust ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Adjust ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, traffic, corruption, okay, by this traffic police from rupees 50 to hundreds and thousands. You mean to say that all police people are very much fine? They are the most corrupt individuals. In spite of having very strict and stringent laws, in spite of having the most obedient, transparent officers, okay, these police people do a lot of corruption. Agree? And it's fair according to them, because okay, you are in a fault side. Okay, they say that to balance that, okay, pay the money and just get lost. This is what is called as the reality of the society. Reality of the society. Yes or no? What do you say? Hello? Hello? Yes. Yeah. This marketing mix and all will be discussed maybe tomorrow. Okay, so already 50 minutes, I think, I suppose, approaching 50 minutes, 46, 47 minutes are over. Another 5 minutes I'll spend for your discussion, question and answer, and interaction. Please continue. Any questions that I can answer? And marketing mix of the service industry is your next topic. Okay, will be discussed tomorrow. Hello? Any questions, Ananya?
No, sir.
Any kind of interaction that you want to make, any kind of examples, any kind of experience that you would like to share with regard to the types of organizations for profit and not for profit? Anybody in the group? Gautam, Dinekar, Danush, Dikshit, Ashwal. Arjun is participating well in the discussion. Very good, Arjun, Mallu. That's how exactly a student should be, to be interactive. You should present your views. opinions. That's how exactly learning happens. Not only by reading through books. Observe the society. Okay, be open, be critic inside. Go on observing the things, okay, on a very critical perspective, and you analyze it. You get the learning out of it. That's it. Not only just mugging, reading. It gives you just nothing. Exam alle marks barbad aste. Learning antu agala. Examination marks, as you're saying, looking at the recent trends. Okay, they don't care for it. It's all about your critical perspective. That's how exactly one needs to build your personality. It's not the marks that is more important. It is your perspective towards the society, your thoughts, your learning about the subject, concept, ideas, innovations, thoughts. That's how exactly the learning should be. Not to be focused only on getting marks. Marks card ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿನ್ ತಲೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. Marks and marks card ಇದೆ fine, but what is there inside your brain, inside your personality, inside your blood? Okay, that is more important now. That's how exactly modern society is looking towards. That's what exactly NEP 2020 also says. We have something called as New Education Policy 2020. It says focus less on examinations, focus more on learning. Look at the difference. It says focus less on examinations, at the same time it says focus more on learning and soft skills. Personality development. Ultimately, it will result in what is called as human development. And manifestation. Manifestation of well-educated, learned, LEA, 1 second. Society. That's what exactly we need. If we just focus on the marks, okay, somehow they get the marks. And if you allot the jobs and the employment only based on the marks, okay, all sorts of corruption that happens. That's what exactly that was okay happening for all the past several decades. Not on the brain, not on the skills, only based on marks scored, not based on soft skills. That's how exactly, okay, all these public sector undertakings have just gone, disappeared. Promotions not based on their skills, promotions just based on their tenure. Okay, that's my critical view. That's how, okay. 1 second, I want to just close it. We have another 5 more minutes. 1 second, I'm just okay saving the recording.